What's up, Pisces? How are y'all doing? It's time to go ahead and knock out your extended reading for December 2023. Just going to make one last swoop through the month of December and see if I left any crumbs on the table. It's going to be fun, so stick around. What's up, y'all? How are my Pisces friends doing, man? It's time for the extended reading. Just going to give it one last swoop through December and see if I have any crumbs left on the table that I left out. Most of the time, though, to be 100% honest with you, I don't. It usually just tells the same story, but you never know. It's fun. So all the information on how to go about scheduling a personal reading is in the description box of this video. So don't forget to take advantage of the December sale we got going on. I was telling all the rest of the signs, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to run these sales. I'm going to run them as long as I possibly can, but my future of my career is very unpredictable at this point. So I can't promise anything. So if you want to take advantage of that, I'm going to hold off as long as I can. I'm going to try to keep it going all the way through January, but I can't talk about it just yet. But some big things are coming in my career. And yeah, that's all I can say is that it's very unpredictable right now. So anyway, it's all in the description if you're interested. All right. I'm starting these off with the person from the past. Let's see. Is there any crumbs I left on the table? Anything else that we can tell Pisces about the person from the past? Ooh, what's that? 10 of Cups. What's that all about? Let me see. Hold on. Hold up. Let me see. Oh, 5 of Pentacles. Some of you may be finding out this person's already in a relationship, maybe. Okay. Well, there's definitely unfinished business here. There's no doubt about that. Definitely unfinished business, but I don't know. This, honestly, I might have to clarify this whole spread, to be honest with you, because this looks boring. Dude, I don't see any action happening here at all. I don't see this is the most blah, boring. It almost looks like there's no energy left between the two of you at all. Tower card, 5 of Pentacles. I hate to get too specific, but it almost looks like this person's jumping into a new relationship and completely abandoning this altogether. Let me clarify. Hang on. Before I give my final take on this, let me pull a spread just to clarify that. Let me see here. Because you see, here's another thing too. I grabbed this deck at the last minute. I don't know why I overthought it and thought, let me grab another deck. Let me do it with the deck I started out with. Let's see. 2 of Cups reversed. So I'm not really seeing you all reconnecting in the month of December. 2 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah. Five of Pentacles again. Okay. Well, maybe that's the message then. Maybe that's the message. Yeah, see? Empress, Emperor, and the Empress. It almost kind of feels like this person's either already in a relationship or there's somebody they have really strong feelings for that they're in love with. And they're trying to leave the past in the past. Like straight up. But again, like I said, there is unfinished business. See, look. All the same damn cards. Damn near. But you see, there is unfinished business, but I don't think this person even really knows exactly how to approach you. And for some reason, I do think that there is still some feelings that they're holding on to, that they're hiding and burying. They don't want you to know that they feel any type of way about you at all. And it's not telling me why exactly. I don't think this person trusts you. I don't know why. I don't know if you gave them reason not to trust you or if they're just making shit up in their head. I don't know. But yeah, I'm Five of Swords again. Pretty much most of the same cards are all coming out. Let's see if we can dig up how they feel about you. Let's see if I can dig down real deep and see how they feel about you at the deepest level. It's looking like this person's trying to kick off 2024 all new. They're just, when it comes to the past, I think they're just burying the past and running from it. Is what I think this person's doing. Not looking back. Let's see. How's this person feel about Pisces at the deepest level? Person from the past. So they do be checking up on you and keeping an eye on you from time to time. But the Devil. So they feel like y'all's connection was just too toxic. Yeah, Eight of Swords. Yeah, see? Eight of Swords, Eight of Cups reversed. So they're pretty much just trying to leave the past in the past, bury it, forget about it, shut it away, lock it away. But they still be checking up on you from time to time. I'll still be thinking that they still be peeping at your little Facebook from time to time. Maybe seeing what you got going on Instagram every now and then. You might see their name pop up that they viewed your story or something like that, you know. But for the unfinished business. But it doesn't look like they're trying to take any kind of action to get any closure, right any wrongs. And like I said, they still got some feelings that they're burying. So I think at the deepest level, they still have a special place for you in their heart, but they're trying to bury that and forget about it. Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, man. Five of Pentacles again for the third time in a row. They're abandoning this and just trying to forget about it. I can't think of any other way to word that. There's no matter how you slice the bread, no matter how that cookie crumbles, it just seems like that's the message. Damn, dude. Damn, dog. Well, I mean, what's the advice? Let's see if there's any advice. Any advice for Pisces with the person from the past? The Star card. So keep your head up and maintain a positive outlook. Why is that? Let me see. Hierophant. Oh. Okay. So the tables will turn. The tables will turn. So if this person wants to just run from this and forget about it, let them do that for now. Let them go ahead and do that. They found them a new relationship. Let them go do their thing. See, most people don't really truly know how to heal. So they just run from their problems. And especially if you are the one who put everything you had into this and they just did you wrong. Maybe they just got bored and thought the grass would be greener on the other side or some shit, you know, and you get abandoned. In the short term, it looks like You're just struggling and suffering at rock bottom, and they're off having a good old time. It looks like that for now, but those tables will turn. It's kind of like in school. You know how in school where there's that little nerdy dweeby kid who doesn't hang out with nobody and he's just studying and he gets all A's and he gets real good grades and he's a little nerd. And then, you know, the little punk kid who's an asshole who doesn't care about school, laughs at him and makes fun of him and tips his lunch tray and pulls his underwear up his ass crack and whatnot. You know, it looks like the little punk asshole kid is just having a good old time enjoying himself. And, you know, the little nerd is just struggling and suffering. It looks like that for now. But 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, that asshole was flipping burgers at a burger joint, and that little nerd's rolling through the drive-through in his Lambo, right? The tables turn later on down the line when you do the hard work now. Let them go off and have their little fun and run from their problems. The tables will turn in the future. You do the hard work now. You do the hard work, the healing work, the evolutionary work, the shit that's not fun. You do that now and let them go off and have fun and run from their problems. The tables will turn. I promise you that. Let's look at singles. Let's see what's happening generally here. And this is mainly centered around the person that you're interested in. Mainly. Single Pisces. What's happening? Anything happening with their love interest? Anything happening? Ooh, okay. So the two of you, I do think, have a karmic soul contract. And that means, yes, both of you feel this soul connection. Yes, you do. For those of you interested in somebody at the workplace, I think this person may be a little bit hesitant to have a workplace relationship. I know that's not for everybody, but it popped out, so I had to say it. Okay, open door of opportunity. But you're kind of starting to come to your senses and see the truth about this situation. So for some reason, this person seems to be keeping you at an arm's distance. But I do see communication, though, with the Knight of Swords. So if you all aren't currently in communication, you will be. But with the Knight of Swords, Page of Coins, this is like communication and keeping you at an arm's distance. Page of Cups reversed, a love offer is not being made. So, with the Ace of Pentacles, though, but we got Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups reversed. So it's almost like you all are connecting, and a connection is starting between the two of you. You all are initiating a connection together. But it just doesn't look like, it almost honestly feels to me like kind of like a buddy-buddy coworker type. I know that not everybody's dealing with somebody at the workplace, but that's the only example I can give. Like you're interested in somebody at the workplace and you all decide to like take lunch break together every day. We take lunch break together every day. We're connecting. We're getting kind of sort of close, but this person's keeping me at an arm's distance. You're trying to intuitively feel this situation out. Your intuition tells you that this person is interested or at least feels a connection. And you're right, they do. But maybe they're just overthinking this connection. Maybe they're overthinking it. There's long-term potential here. There absolutely is. I think this person's just overthinking this connection. So, you know, most of the time, whenever somebody feels a real strong connection with somebody, their first thought is, I'm imagining this. I'm making this up in my head. So they may just think they're imagining this connection. Let's see how they feel about you at the deepest level. 5 of Cups. They may be worried that you're the type of person that gets upset too easily. I do think that they are interested, though. I think they would be interested in a relationship with you. 10 of Cups Empress. But maybe they just feel like you're very sensitive. For what, I don't know why they feel that way, but just observing you and talking to you and just kind of what they know of you, I think they've come to the conclusion that you might be too sensitive, maybe. But man, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. I think they know the potential that the two of you have, but the Lover's card is in the reverse. So like I said, they're overthinking this connection to the point to where they're almost like logically explaining it away. And they're just thinking, oh, I'm just imagining this. And they're almost trying to talk themselves out of this connection, is what I'm thinking here. Will there be an outcome? There going to be any kind of outcome here with this situation? King of Wands. Fool card. I'm feeling like it's telling me that you're about to come forward. But the 10 of Cups is reversed. I'm feeling like you're kind of coming forward and putting yourself out there and making yourself available. We got the Empress again. Empress again. So, man, it's hard getting this connection to take lift off. Are you dealing with an air sign? You dealing with an air sign? Come on, water signs. Y'all got to quit that shit, dude. I'm telling you. I know that's not everybody, but I know it's a couple of you. I'm telling you. When it comes to sun sign placements, of course, moon, rising, Venus, all that other stuff matters too. But when it comes to sun sign placements, air and water speak two completely different vibrational languages. I mean, even deeper than that, you all experience emotions differently. Okay, an emotion isn't the same experience to a water sign as it is to an air sign. 10 of Pentacles in the upright. Man, there was just so much back and forth and hot and cold and in and out and back and forth and back and forth. I don't think anything solid is happening between the two of you. It's just hot and cold and hot and cold. What's the advice? What's the advice for the single Pisces? I mean, you're probably pretty much going to have to like spill it out to this person and make an offer. Some of you don't want to do that. Okay. Strength reversed. Okay. Oh, the Devil. So try not to, if you come forward and make that offer, try to take things a little bit slow in the beginning and don't let it turn into a sex-based connection. Okay, because if this starts off purely sexual, 95% of the time that ends up turning toxic later on down the line. So, yeah, you'll probably just have to pretty much spell it out to this person. You're dealing with an overthinker. I don't think this person is just going to come forward and confess their love. If you're waiting on that, you're going to be waiting a while. So either come straight forward and spell it out to this person, or for those of you who do not want to do that, you might want to back away from this thing, because unless you just want to spin in circles, hot and cold and hot and cold and hot and cold and back and forth with this person for another 6 months, that's up to you. Let's look at the next contract due to come in. Next soul contract due to come into Pisces life. Uh-oh, Devil again. Could be somebody struggling with addiction for some of you. It doesn't have to be addiction. It could be any kind of like unhealthy habit. I think this person might, oh, you know what? I think we already talked about this too. I think this is the same story as last time, if I remember correctly. I think you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested because it's time for you to level up. Pretty sure we already talked about this. Same story. Same story. You're going to be tested. Going to be tested because it's time to level up. Before you level up, you will have to demonstrate that you learned your lesson. You'll have to demonstrate it. You'll have to prove it. You'll have to show the universe that you learned your lesson. It doesn't matter how much you sit around and talk about the lesson that you learned. The universe will make you demonstrate that you learned the lesson. Because, like when you're in school, if you keep taking a test and failing and failing and failing and failing, you can't just go up to the teacher and say, okay, I learned my lesson. I get it. I see what all I had wrong. I learned it now. Teacher's going to be like, okay, show me, prove it. Take the test again. Take it again. Take it again. I've had clients tell me I'm so tired of being tested. Well, you won't keep being tested until you pass the test. Once you pass the test, you won't be given that test anymore. What people be doing is they keep being put in the same situation and they keep doing the same thing they did last time. When the universe puts you in that situation, you have to do something different this time. So I think it's really time for you to level up, but you're going to be tested. What's this next person's intentions? What's their energy look like? Emperor reversed. Kind of a control freak. Somebody with low self-confidence, low self-esteem. They may need lots of validation. You know. Maybe this is like the workaholic type. Almost kind of feels to me like the type of person who just needs a lot of validation, very insecure, self-conscious, but at the same time, wants you to validate them, but isn't emotionally available at the same time. Yeah, they probably have a lot of options available to them. Almost kind of feels like a commitment phobe that just wants somebody. They just want a relationship to validate themselves. And it don't take too terribly long for those intentions to bubble up to the surface. You know? So the question is, once you see those intentions bubbling up to the surface, what are you going to do this time? Are you going to keep holding out, making excuses, thinking, well, maybe this, maybe that, maybe it'll get better, maybe that, or you're going to do something different? That's the question. Okay. Yep, you're going to be tested. You are going to be tested. What's the outcome looking like? What's the outcome looking like? We got that King of Coins energy there. I think you're maintaining a pretty straight and level head throughout this situation here. But some of you are having a hard time making this decision because you're a little bit lonely. A little bit lonely. So it's a situation like, I know you're thirsty, but are you going to drink poisonous water just because you're a little thirsty? Or are you going to hold off a little bit longer until you get some good, clean water? That's the question here. I'm still seeing you pondering what to do with this situation, pondering what to do with this person. Tension is building, but I think you're going to see the light. You're going to see through it and back away from this person before it turns toxic. Yeah. I think you're going to pass this test by the skin of your teeth. Is there any advice? Any advice for Pisces? What's the advice? Six of Wands reversed, though. Look. My personal rule of thumb is 1 month. I'll stretch it out there and say 2 months just to be generous. I personally believe that 2 months is way too excessive. I don't think it should take that long, but let's be generous and give everybody a fair chance here. 2 months. There's two things you want to look for. Two things. Intentions and effort. Intentions and effort. We're not looking for a perfect human. There's no such thing as a perfect human. We are all regular, flawed humans with toxic shit we have to work on. Childhood trauma, PTSDs. You know, we all got our problems. Okay? We're not looking for a perfect human. We're looking for intentions and effort. When it comes to intentions, just watch how this person operates in daily life. Watch how they act around their friends. Like, if they take you and introduce you to a friend group, see if they're talking behind their friends' backs, you know, or maybe they're like, yo, look, check it out. Don't tell John I told you this. I'm not supposed to say nothing. It's like, oh, so you can't be trusted. You're somebody confided in you and told you a secret, and you're going behind their back and telling somebody. Oh, okay. So you lie to your friends. You're two-faced. You talk behind your friends' backs. You lie to your family. You're not truthful and honest to your family or your friends. So this is what I'm saying, intentions. You don't have good intentions. So far from what I've seen, just looking at you and your life from an outside perspective, there ain't many people that can trust you. I don't think you have good intentions. I think you're a piece of shit. I see you talking behind people's backs and lying to people right in front of me. These are the things you want to look for. When you meet somebody who's talking behind their friends' backs, lying to their friends, being sneaky, shady, and two-faced behind their friends' backs, behind their families' backs, they'll do it to you too. Yes, they will. You're not special. I know that sounds mean. I don't mean to be mean. I don't mean that in a rude way. You just have to understand how somebody with these kind of intentions operates. If they're going to lie to their friends and talk behind their friends' back, what the fuck makes you think that you're an exception? You think liars and dishonest people pick and choose who's more special and who they're going to lie to? Matter of fact, if you really want to go there with it, sneaky, lying, deceitful people are typically more dishonest to the people closest to them than anybody else. And once you get that out of the way, intentions. Now, hopefully none of that happens. Let's say they check all those boxes. You know, they're honest, loyal, they have integrity, they're a really stand-up individual that's trustworthy, and they check all those boxes. Now, effort. There is no such thing as a relationship that doesn't have red flags. No such thing. Even when the universe finally decides to deliver you the one divine partner it picked out for you, there will still be red flags. There will still be issues and challenges that the two of you have to work through together. So we're looking for effort. At some point in time, you're going to express a concern of yours. At some point, there's going to be some kind of red flag that they have. It doesn't matter who it is. There's going to be some kind of character defect that they have, and you're going to express a concern. The question is, when you express a concern, what do they do with that information? What do they do with that? Yo, I just want to tell you that I kind of have a hard time. I can't really tell where I stand with you. Sometimes you're kind of like really, really closed off, and I don't know how you feel, and you don't really communicate how you're feeling, and I don't know what's going on with you. So, like, can you communicate a little bit better and you know, let me in a little bit more on what's going on in your head and how you're feeling and whatnot? And can we open up communication a little bit more so that we can have a closer connection? You know, it kind of concerns me a little bit that, you know, sometimes I'm left hanging and don't know what's going on with you. Just an example. That's a concern. We're looking for effort. If they say, okay, yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel that way. I will try to make it a point to start being more open and letting you in on what's going on in my mind. And then see if they put forth some kind of effort. Again, we're looking for effort, not perfection. We'll perfect it over time. It's not going to be there. They ain't going to flip the switch and be the perfect version of the person you think they should be overnight. But we're looking for some effort. You start seeing them at least trying to be a little bit more open, you know. Good. Stick around. If you see even the slightest little bit of effort, that means they're willing to work through challenges and struggles with you. A successful relationship is not a relationship that has no problems and no challenges. A successful relationship is when two people work through those struggles and those challenges together. That's what builds a successful relationship, when we work through our challenges together. And the only way to do that is if I work on me with you by my side, and you work on you with me by your side. There is no exception. There is no way to work around that. There's no way to manipulate that. There's no way to outsmart that. If you aren't working on you, it ain't going to work. If I'm not working on me, it ain't going to work. We have to both be on the same page at the same time, working on ourselves. And so that's what you want to look for, effort. Now, if you express a concern and they just scoff at you and try to make you feel stupid for feeling that way, and I don't know why you feel that way, I don't know, and make you feel like an idiot and put forth no effort whatsoever to alleviate your concern, that sends a very clear signal that says nothing but, I don't care how you feel. I don't care how you feel. I'll say this again. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for effort. Because if you express a concern of yours and you at least see them trying, even if it's a failed attempt, even if they're not even doing it right, you still see them trying, that says, I care how you feel. Does this make sense? Intentions and effort is the two things you want to look for. 2 months. I think 2 months is a little bit excessive. I personally believe that it shouldn't take any longer than 1 month. But again, let's give everybody a fair chance, you know? So those are the things that you want to look for. All right, well, I feel like those were the messages that my Pisces friends needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. thank you all once again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading and take advantage of the sweet December sale that we have going on this month. Because as I said in the beginning of the video, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep running the sales. I'm going to be holding out as long as I possibly can, but the future of my career is very unpredicted as I have some really big plans here in the very near future. Okay, so, all right, well, I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Y'all stay blessed.